everyone! This month of May, we pay tribute to the impressive mompreneurs and working moms out there who truly inspire us all. In today's episode, we have invited the founder of Clean Greenius and mother of two wonderful children, Allison Cañita. She's also an organizing consultant and alignment coach. So please stay tuned so that you can get to know her and listen to her story. But before calling Ali, I'd like to welcome all of you new viewers and subscribers to this channel. GTV is all about creating and sustaining a business and a career while raising a family. So I'm Ginger, the content creator behind this channel. Please like, share, subscribe, and click on the notification bell for more videos like this. So that's it. Let's say hi to Ali. Hi, Ali. Thank you
Hi,
for
Ginger.
to be a guest here on GTV. How are you? How's the family?
I'm good. Good naman. Everything's fine so far here at home. We've been staying at home for like a long time. And my daughter is turning 1 soon.
Oh, wow, that fast. I remember you were pregnant actually when I last met you, I think, or not yet pa. Yeah, so wow.
Not yet pa.
Oh,
yeah.
baka not yet
Yeah,
pa
it was-
that time. So that's great. So the reason why I invited you to GTV is I know that you have really an amazing experience and a story to tell. So maybe for the sake of our viewers, so that they can get to know you more, like, can you share with us what you're doing right now and a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm an organizing consultant and I call myself an alignment coach. So if you're familiar with Home Edit or Marie Kondo, it's pretty much the same. But I do it as coaching, more of coaching, because I realize that the drastic changes it can do when you do it yourself. Because I also did it myself, and I was like, just to give you like a background, I used to be in corporate world for like 10 years.
Oh, wow.
And it was all about to-do lists, doing things for myself and for my family. And then it came to a point like I'm just really feeling so tired.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized that my space I can make my space as peaceful as it can be, or like a sanctuary. And then slowly when I was letting go of some stuff, it was really opening me up to more clarity because I was too busy then and I didn't really know what I wanted in my life. And so slowly when I also put my intention to find myself, when I was going through my stuff, I also found myself. So that's why it became like a good way for me to do it as a service for others, because I'm sure a lot of us are really busy doing things for others, not even doing things for ourselves. Mm-hmm. And before I wanted to go inside people's homes, but then I realized also because of the pandemic it wasn't feasible, and so I pivoted it in such a way that I can do it as coaching and do it online.
That's a great pivot, no? So, Ali, like, how did you get into this? Like, did you watch a Marie Kondo show and say, "Oh, I'll do this first"? I don't like, right? Like a lot of people are watching that show and thinking that they can do it for their homes, but never really like turning it into a business. So maybe you can share with us like your experience.
Yeah. So because I lived in a different country for like 5 years. And then it was my first time to live by myself. And I didn't know how to live by myself. Like, I just knew that I need to have this, I need to have that. And in terms of my clothes, because that was also my way of dealing with sadness and missing people. Every after work, I was always buying things. And so my place also became crowded. And my friend gifted me with a Marie Kondo book. And it actually changed my life in 2013 or 2014. I forgot which year, but it was the time that I read where I was realized, oh, I can actually do this for my life. But there are some things with her approach that didn't really work for me. But then it started to have that. I started to have that spark that I can clear things. And then I also realized, looking back, because I was doing marketing, it was all about alignment of plans, alignment of the task to the results that we want. And it was like, so we're going to do this because this is the result that you want. And then, so my mind was always like that, like aligning things. And then I realized like, suddenly I realized like, what do I really want for myself? Because I need to align everything that I do with the thing that I want for myself. And then I realized, oh, I actually can declutter things, like literally things at home, in my mind, even in my heart, like, oh, this one isn't really helping me, or even the beliefs that I hold. Like I'm not an entrepreneur. So my actions would be related to me not being an entrepreneur. So aligning what do I really want. If I want a life that is this, then I also have to change beliefs. And so I realized, no, I really have this knack of aligning things, making things work better. It's almost like optimizing or maximizing. And then I realized like this is something that I'm really good at, and this is something that I can also offer. And so I realized like, what if this is the business that I do? This is the way I will serve others. And then there, it was just like pretty much just picking things along my journey and what is it that I can do that will really make me happy. And so the business started to become like that. But the plan initially was for me to get a Marie Kondo certification, because the initial inspiration was Marie Kondo in 2014. And the plan was, because I left corporate in 2019, the plan was I will fly to the States and get my certification. But even before my last day of work, I found out I was pregnant. And the plan started to change. And it's like, oh my gosh, I really wanted that. But how can I make this goal possible without having to take the certification of Marie Kondo? And so I tried to Google what else can I do to make it happen. And I found different bodies that certify and that train as professional organizers. And then I realized, oh, I can actually do my own framework, my own approach.
Nice.
Because the framework of Marie Kondo, it helped, but it wasn't fully me. So I wanted to shine my own light. And perhaps that detour of me being pregnant allowed me to really just pause and think of what do I really want and how do I want to express myself. And so it came out as Clean Greenius, as me doing things and tailor fitting it to my clients. Not that we're going to do this step A, B, C, D, because we are all unique, and we can actually have the things that work for others might not work for us. So the coaching is actually bringing out what will be practical or what would really be suitable for you.
No, that's so great. That's so nice, Ali. So you mentioned that it is really first aligning what you want and aligning your beliefs, no? And then if you're truly committed to this, that's when you take the more practical steps moving forward. So maybe let's talk about the more practical steps. You mentioned like certifications and all. Do these people who want to be like you later on, do they need to review? What do they need to review? What do they need to study?
Yeah, so there's actually like a science to it of organizing things, because there are different ways to do it. So the certifications I got were like the skeleton, the framework of like how to approach this. So like they will like an organized thought or organized way to do things, or it's basically a system that has been working already for others and actually can be applied to the space already. So actually what I did was I already knew how to do it, but I guess learning from others will also make your learning so much faster. So that's the main reason why I also wanted to get the certification. But just being able to try it and just being able to, because like my framework is actually more of awareness and being conscious with your space. Why is it there? So that you're able to go back to a particular belief. Oh, I bought this because I was sad. Okay, so what's a good way to manage sadness instead of the reaction to buy something?
Purchase.
So parang, diba? Parang it's just being able to shift the mindset, because everything that we do is actually backed up by a certain belief.
Got it.
So when you do the certification, it will give you the technical ways to do it. Like, okay, when you sort, you can sort this, and then categorize, and then organize it in different zones. So it's all about it. The certification will be all about how to do it, like step by step.
Mm-mm.
But the coaching part actually needs more how do I say, like sharpening in terms of questioning, so that you really get to the root cause of why the space is like that.
Got
So
it.
that you are able to target, to be able to help them do it themselves, and for them to be able to create systems that will work for them in the long term, instead of doing it for them and it ends up, because of all our behaviors and patterns, it becomes messy again.
Yeah, that's an interesting approach, and I think that will work because like if you only help them one time, they go back to their pattern of again purchasing stuff and all of these things, and the cycle never ends. So I think that really works. In terms of challenges, Ali, like what are the challenges that you've encountered while setting this up?
But the biggest challenge was me accepting that plans can change.
Yeah.
Like and accepting, especially for us moms, that we have seasons. Seasons. Getting pregnant is 9 months, but taking care of the kids is like, it's going to be long term, right? But that there are instances that might not go our way. And being able to accept that the current stage, the current lifestyle, and the current demands of our families. Not that I'm saying that it's going to be the mom's job, because it's going to be your partners with your husband and stuff. But it's really more of me accepting my season and accepting the gift of that season. Because actually, if it wasn't because of this long pause, I wouldn't have been able to create something more meaningful. I think that is the biggest learning. The biggest challenge, and yet also the biggest learning for me. Because it took a while, because coming from a 10-year work in the corporate world, diba, you will always have like this, there's already like, what do you call that, the demands every day, and that you have to be able to
plans.
The plans and the routine and everything else. But being an entrepreneur and being a mom at the same time, and the changes that come even during the day, you can also have drastic changes, right? So being able to accept it is actually a big thing.
So for like, I want to take a peek into your life, Ali. Like, you have kids, no? So normally, like, clients also would probably like check and see if you got things all figured out, diba? When it comes to like aligning, organizing, all of these things. So how do you do it? Do you have like any tips on how to like balance your business and also you being a mom?
Yeah, so actually that was like also one of the biggest challenges I had, because the way I associated myself, or like my being, was always related to what I do. I associated myself with my work. I associated myself being a mom, but I forgot who I really am as a person. So taking away my work, taking away my role as a mom, who am I? And then from that realization, I realized I haven't really been spending that much time with myself. And parang every day I would feel really tired, because I was always doing things for others. And then not really being able to do things for myself. And so with that realization, I was able to organize my time and my activities based on what is really important with me. I realized that I am not to be selfish, but it's actually being selfless, to put myself first. Because when I put myself first, I am able to care for my husband, for my kids even more. And And so my day would start with my self-care. Like I really have to have my time for myself. Actually, my time is only like 1.5 hours to 2 hours
Yeah.
a day. And being able to block the time, like I have to wake up earlier than the kids, because if not, my day will already be derailed in a way. So and it makes so much sense for me to start with myself so that I can be energized the rest of the day for the kids. So before I was just doing things, okay, school of my son, and then breastfeed my daughter, and then pump, and then if I have extra time, then that's the time I will also get to work on strategic things instead of the urgent stuff. So you really have to, like for me, the way I was able to organize it is to really get some clarity with my priorities, with the life that I really want, so that then I can like put some time for it and put attention into it so that it will actually happen.
Yeah.
Not that I want money and I want peace, but then I will just do everything for others but not do things for myself or even for the business. Yeah. So the clarity is really important for me.
That's a really great tip, no, Ali. Oftentimes as mompreneurs, we really like forget to set aside time for ourselves. So yeah, so thank you for reminding us about that. And I think it really works. Like for myself as well, like in the morning I try to, just like you, I try to wake up earlier so that I can like study some things, listen to videos that I like, and all of these things, and strategize and do some stuff. So yeah, maybe it really helps, no. And in terms of like the morning routine, no, I don't think it has to be morning, because like some people naman, they really wake up later than the others. But what's important is either the morning, evening, or afternoon. It really should be like that particular time block that you set for yourself. You just need to set aside time for yourself. Okay, so in terms of like other tips for those who are aspiring professional, how do you call yourself, Ali? Like professional organizer, professional coach, or yeah?
I call myself as an organizing consultant.
Organizing.
Yeah. Before I used to call myself professional organizer because the rest of the people who do the same thing call themselves professional organizers.
Yes.
Just to set myself apart, I call myself an alignment coach so that you can align your space.
Got it. So any other tips? Like I know like in this industry, there are a lot more people who want to be minimalists at this point in time. Do you have like tips for them on how to set themselves apart from others, how to market themselves, and all of those? Or do they need to buy anything? Do they need to set aside money for any capital expenses that they need to shoulder later on?
Well, you don't really need to buy any material thing. You're going to basically invest on learning. So you can and the biggest investment there is time. So time to learn, get into YouTube videos, or if not, you invest in a certification for professional organization. Because there's a lot of societies or organizations that offer that. Yeah, it's basically that, and then it's really more of dedicating time, because you also have to practice and see if it's going to work for your family, for even your own home, your family and friends, so that when you put yourself out there, you already have some sort of like a portfolio or something to begin with. But in terms of, so you just need a laptop.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to organizing materials, you can easily find them at home. You don't even have to buy all the containers or whatever, because that happens afterwards. So, but in terms of investment, it's really just the training and the time that you need to set aside for you to become successful, or for you to train yourself as a professional organizer. But what I also did because during the whole journey, I was always selling stuff,
Okay.
things that I do not need anymore. So I started when I was young, when we went to flea markets, and then we were always selling old clothes, old plates, and things like that. So even before, when there was no pandemic yet, we would set up like a bazaar here where we live, and then easily we can get 5,000 to 15,000 a weekend because of selling our old stuff. And then what you can also do to begin, you can even do that right now, like just selling it on Facebook Marketplace or in Carousel or in different Facebook groups, to begin to perhaps to be able to fund your certification or
Yes.
something.
I will do that after this call. I will try to sell already in Carousel and Facebook Marketplace. Okay, so thank you so much, Ali, for all of those wonderful tips and sharing for your experience. Are there any last tips or advice that you want to share with our viewers today?
Well, one thing that I always advocate for is setting an intention. Setting an intention for yourself. How do you want to really experience yourself or experience your life? And with that, you'll be able to reflect it in different aspects of your life and even in your space. So that's the biggest thing that I can share, because there are a lot of noises. Sometimes we want something, and apparently we want something because somebody else wants that for us. But what is it really that you want for yourself? Taking away all the noise, finding out what is your heart really telling you. Because when you find that out, you'll be able to express it in your schedule. You'll be able to express it with the activities that you do, where you spend time on, even in your own spaces or even in your business. So, and being able to align that intention to what you really want will make things smoother. I'm not saying that there will not be any challenges. The challenges are there to refine you. But if you have an intention, something that is really powerful, a really powerful direction or a powerful why, so when things are becoming difficult, you can go back, because this is what I wanted and this is the life I want to experience. And okay, I will carry on and move on and be able to continue with life, so that everything becomes more meaningful. Everything that you do, even the time for yourself, even the time for your kids, will become more meaningful because you have that very specific, powerful why you always come back to.
Wow, thank you so much, Ali. So for the viewers who want to get in touch with you, or like potential clients, where can they get in touch with you?
But they can get in touch with me through Facebook and Instagram. The page is called Greenius.
Okay. All right. So we will put those links in the show notes below. So thank you again, Ali, for sharing your knowledge and wisdom today. Okay.
Thank you, Ginger. Thank you for this opportunity also.
All right. You're welcome. Bye-bye. Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye.
You too. Bye.
That's our interview with Ali Cañita. So I hope you liked the episode for today. If you like it, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click on that notification bell. Again, this is Ginger from GTV. Have a great day.